Hi there. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. I hope you saw my announcement that I had to come live today instead of tomorrow. Usually I'm live every Sunday night at 7. However, tomorrow is my grandson Bryce's 21st birthday, so we've got a party planned out of town. And when I told him that I probably couldn't make it, hi Donna, hi sweetheart, the bottom lip came out and I felt so bad, and I was able to get someone to watch my mom. So that is why I am live today instead. I didn't want to cancel altogether. Hi Louise. But I did want to announce it, so hopefully some of you saw that. Hey Charlene, hey Sue. So that's what we're gonna do. It is about 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock on the dot now. Hi Viola, hi Jean. So let's just get started. Hi Karen. Before I do get started with this card and my housekeeping, I have to tell you something. 3 days ago, on Tuesday, when I had my Facebook Live to be continued with the Cheerful Daisies Suite and the box card, as I called it, I very unexpectedly got an overwhelming response to that card and mention of the other 2 cards I made with that suite. So much so that I'm flabbergasted and very excited. YouTube went from 600, I think it was 613 if I remember right, subscribers, to the last time I looked a little while ago, 838. Hey Patty, over 200 new subscribers since Tuesday because of this card, I believe. The compliments, the comments, are just so overwhelming for me. I'm just very excited that I could bring delight to all of you. I am not going to show the winner. I have not picked the winner of that card yet, and here is why. I had mentioned that if you are the winner and I do not have your address, hey Cookie, hi Marie, that you need to send it to me via email if you can, right away, and I need it before the next live. So my lives are Sunday nights at 7 Pacific time and Tuesdays at 2 Pacific time. And so a lot of people know that, and if you're the winner and you were counting on the extra time for tomorrow, then, and I picked a winner earlier, that wouldn't be fair. So I will pick a winner, probably announce it on Monday, because tomorrow I will be gone most of the day. So that's why there's no winner today, but that's it. And then we have a lot of people watching us on YouTube now and Facebook, and I appreciate every single one of you. All right, let me turn you down and we're gonna get started. Hey, Deborah. Hi, Pam. There we go. Thank you, each and every one of you, for sharing. You're doing something right. You're telling people about me, and more are coming. So thank you. I am forever grateful for that. And Pinky says thank you too. This is the card that I made on Tuesday. And like I just mentioned, the winner will be announced on Monday, just so you all have enough time to comment and I don't pick the winner too soon. Hi, Florence. Hi, Margaret. So the winner is not going to be announced right now. Remember, if you place an order with me, the month of April, this is the prize. Your name will automatically get put into the drawing to win the Bright and Beautiful 6x6 new designer series paper. I'm glad you saw that too, Margaret. I did announce it this morning when I realized that I was going to have to either cancel or change the time and date. So I just decided to change the time and date so you guys would have a live to watch. Thanks, Viola. So for those of you who are new, which there are many, I am Beverlee Morales. I have been a demonstrator for 28 years with Stampin' Up, and I live in Tracy, California. We have hosts codes, we demonstrators, and this is mine for the month of April. So if you place an order with me and it's under $150 retail, you can use this host code, and I would totally, completely be grateful for that if you do. Now, if your order is a workshop order, which is $150 plus, then do not use this code because you are going to receive the free product that Stampin' Up! Gives for qualifying orders of $150. You can shop with me at beverleestamps.stampinup.net anytime 24/7. And you can also watch my YouTube channel, which is Beverlee Morales Stampin' Up. You can email me with your questions. That's where I see that's where I communicate best, fastest, all the time. You can ask me questions there, show me your work there, just talk. We can become friends quickly on through email. All right, so let's get started with the card. I was mentioning the other day that my followers have taught me that the first thing they want to see, hey, Carol, when I do a live is the card that I'm going to make. So let me show you that right now. And then at the end, I have another sample with the daisy set again, just to show you how you could use this card with that suite when you get it. Okay, here's the card. It is made using Share a Milkshake suite. Actually, I just used the bundle. I didn't use any of the designer series papers or anything like that on this card. And I have to tell you that this card is not my original design. I think it's been around for quite a while. I mean, the design is mine. I should have said that right. The actual card, the structure of the pieces of the card are not mine. I did not design this card and put it together on my own. I saw this card on Brandy's cards, and I thought it was very, very versatile and very, very cute. She did not use this stamp set with hers, but all of hers are absolutely darling. It is very 3D, Florence, you're right, and it has a belly band as well. So let me open it up and show you how this works. This just slips right off the card, and then it opens up like this for you. Isn't that fun? I just thought it was so much fun, so I wanted to share how to make this card with you. And like I said, I have another sample to share after we get done with this one. Thanks, Jean. Okay, there's a lot of pieces to this card, so I try to teach clearly, be clear. So I'm going to try to lay them out so you don't get real confused with all the pieces. So the base to this card is black, basic black, and it measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then the next step is the white piece, which measures 5 1/4 by 11. Let me open it up to show you that this is the piece I'm talking about now, okay? So rather than get too carried away with all the different pieces, so you can understand and get a clear picture of how to make this card, we'll do the fold and the cut right now. Okay, so you need your paper trimmer. Oh, and I did want to tell you where this stamp set is in case you don't know. It's in the mini catalog. It's going to carry over into the annual catalog. It's on page 12, and you can get that right now if you want to. And I wanted to show you my new catalog with all my places marked of things I want. Well, I'm not allowed to show you the inside of the catalog yet. A lot of people ask me this question. What are some of the things, Bev, that you're going to be using? And because you show us how to use them and what you made with them, I'm going to want. Can you tell me that in advance? And so I'm going to tell you right now that I'm definitely going to order on page 148, Elegant Edge Tag Topper. So if you have the new catalog, you can go to page 148 and see the punch that I'm talking about there. Another item that items that I'm going to order are on page 126. They are the treat bags. They're in the new ink colors and they're plaid. They're adorable. And the scallop gift card bag, it's called scallop gift card boxes. Super cute. You have me when you say scalloped. I love scalloped. One more item. Let me see. That I will be ordering. Okay, it's a stamp set. It's page 117. It's called Stamped with Love, and it has the Stampin' Up! Copyright symbol on there. So if you're going to sell your cards, you can stamp the back of them and use that stamp set. Okay, so let's go back to the card now. So I will be showing you things I am going to be ordering. So if you want them, you can order them as well. So let's see here. Yeah, this is white. Okay. So I'm going to take the 5 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock. And I wrote here that I got the idea from Brandy's cards because I did want to give her credit. And I didn't want, sometimes I forget where I saw it. And then it's like, oh my gosh, I have to tell people that this is not my original idea. I don't know if it's Brandy's original idea either. I do think it's been out a while, but I'm not sure. So I put the edge of my cardstock at 3 1/2, and I'm going to score there. And then I'm going to pick up the ruler handle and go to 3 1/2 on the opposite side, and I am going to score again. Okay. I still need my trimmer, but right now we have to fold where I scored and burnish. I know, I'm so glad it's carrying over as well. It's absolutely darling for shaker cards. It's just a cute, cute set. And there are new sets in the new catalog that, hi Kathleen, that will coordinate well with this stamp set. So that's another reason I wanted to show it today, because you know how I marry things together all the time. Okay, now I have the 5 1/4 inch side up against the ruler here, and I'm going to layer it on 2 specific places. My right side edge is going to go right in the channel where you would normally cut. See that? Hi, Mary Jo, right in the middle, right like that. Then the top piece is going to this line on the ruler, and that is just going to make me get everything straight. Okay. Okay. Oh, have fun. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Have fun with those kids. Nothing better, right? Okay. So now I'm going to take a pen, and I'm using a pen because I want you guys to see, but you can definitely use a pencil with a nice eraser that you can erase this mark when you're done. I'm going to go to 2 5/8. So what is 2 5/8? It's 2 lines over the 5 1/2, and I'm going to make a little pin mark there. And then I'm going to turn this around and do the same thing to the other side. 2 5/8. That is half of this 5 1/4 width. Okay, I've taught you this before, but if you are new with me or if you've not done this before, to cut a point like this, you're going to put the pencil mark you just made in the channel and the score line that you made and burnished into the channel, and then you're going to cut. This piece can be used for scrap. It's pretty good size. Then you're going to turn it around and you're going to do the same thing. Score line in the channel and the point and the pencil mark you just made in the channel and cut. Same thing on the other side. And I like to show it twice, both sides for you. Take my time and do that because, like I said, if you're new or have not done this before, seeing it twice really makes it stick, and you'll get this done no problem. Okay, so tell yourself pencil line in the channel and score line in the channel. Hold it down tight so it doesn't move and cut. Now you have that part of the card. Simple assignment, right? Okay. So let's go back to our card base. We're going to place it down. Looks like I may have not cut this one short enough, but I'm going to use it anyway. I would have, see how this one's got more space at the top and the bottom. So this piece I didn't cut down all the way. So, but it still looks fine, and I'm not, if I can't cut it shorter now because then I'll make the tips, these tips off. They won't be perfect like they are now. So this is fine. It's just going to have the panels down the sides. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. And I try to glue these pieces, like I said, there's so many pieces to this card. I try to glue them down if I can, and you can if there's no ribbon. There's no ribbon. And there's no stamping on this piece, so I can feel free to glue this down. Okay, so I'm going to have just a hair at the top of the bottom. I mean, just a hair. And set that down. I got a little bit of glue here on my finger, and it got on the card, so I'm going to erase that off. Now, anybody that doesn't know, these are not sold Stampin' Up, but I understand you can get them at art stores and the Dollar Tree. Okay, so now we have our next piece, and I love this black and white and red. And this piece is 3 3/4 by 5. Again, is it safe to put this down on our card? Yes, it is. There's no stamping on it. There's no ribbon on it. There's no embossing on it. So we can put this down and get another one of the pieces out of our way and get this card going. So isn't that crazy about my YouTube channel, you guys? I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. Thank you all, you new subscribers. This card here, when I looked this morning, I had 1.1K views. Now I was telling Ken about it. I was going to show him, and it was a few hours later, and it was 1.5K. And then just a little while ago, I was looking at it again, and it's 1.8. So I don't know what it is right now, but I am just so thankful for all of you. I'm glad you like my work. Really, really, really am. Okay, so let's see. I think these go on the front. Oh, no, that's the middle. Okay, so now we have a piece that's going to go in like this. These are, there's 2 of them, 2 3/4 by 4. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Now let's look at this. Can I glue this down? No, not yet, because it's stamped. So we want to stamp it prior to gluing it down, because if we make a mistake, it's okay. We have another side, we can turn it over. But if we had it glued down and we made a mistake, we just ruined our card because everything else is already down, and we're going to start over. So I'm using Cherry Cobbler. I happen to love the classic look of red, white, and black. So I'm tapping, that's very important, looking at my stamp, and then coming over to the cardstock and pressing, holding the paper with my middle finger and my thumb, and lifting. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Yes, I see you both here and on YouTube. I so appreciate you. Oh, I need the hearts too as well. So let's go here. Remember to use the sides and the ends, the corners of your stamp pad. Most of us go to the middle all the time. And when you go to the middle all the time, you use up that ink faster and your images can be lighter as a result. Hi, Terry. All right, so there we go. And we've got the inside of this card done. I'm going to wipe off my fingers just in case I got anything on them. Do not want to get it on this card. So I'm going to flip this over, go back to my Tombow glue, and put this on the card. Use my grid lines on my grid paper to keep everything straight. Okay. Now, I put this up there and I need to keep this. This is the second piece. It's the same size as this one. We're going to start building the focal point. So let me put this back on this card so you have the visual. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece. These are scraps, so these are for stamping and die cutting. I'm going to take a piece 2.5 by 3 3/4. This is for the front image here. And I am going to use my Stamparatus to stamp that image. Now, we do not have the Stamparatus anymore. We did sell out of them. I had a video on that, explaining why and when and how and all of that. And so if you have one, yay. If you do not have one, there are probably there are other pieces of equipment like this, other tools like this that you could use. But Stampin' Up! Right now does not have any more Stamparatuses, and they are the best tool ever. So I'm going to take this stamp that comes in the stamp set, and I'm going to lay it right on the paper where I want the image to be. And I have a magnet at the top and a magnet at the bottom to hold the paper still. Then I'm going to take one of the acrylics, close it down, and press to get the stamp onto the acrylic like this. Now what I want all of you to get in the habit of doing is put your stamp set or a stamp pad or something with some height to it underneath the acrylic, so when you get ready to ink it up, the acrylic has something to press up against when you're inking up your stamp. I don't want you to put pressure on your acrylic when it's at an angle like this. If there was nothing underneath there, you may crack it. And I know Stampin' Up! Didn't, but most acrylics are not replaceable. You have to buy the whole thing over again. So you want to take care of it. They're not easy to break. I've never broke it yet, knock on wood, but I guess you could. Okay, there's one. I want it a little bit darker, and that's why I use the Stamparatus. This is a light color. This is our Bubble Bath, our new color. And I wanted to show you how great Bubble Bath works with Cherry Cobbler. Okay, now I'm going to remove this acrylic. And I'm going to get the second acrylic and place it in. And then I'm going to place this stamp. I got to make sure I cleaned it. I think I did. Sometimes my worst habit ever is sometimes not cleaning off my stamps. And so with the Stamparatus, when you're placing this down for placement, if you didn't have it clean, you would be making a mess, right? So there is my placement. Attach my stamp to my acrylic and then change inks. I want the next color to be the Cherry Cobbler so it shows up well. And this is what we're making here. Tap, tap, tap. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Okay, so let's stamp that down. Left. Okay, so you're seeing not a perfect image there. This is why I'm using the Stamparatus. I'm going to ink it up again. Hello, Jennifer. Stamp it one more time. Okay, still got some little blemishes there. So let's try that one more time. Maybe I wasn't pressing enough. There we go. Okay, so this gets layered onto this piece, just like that. Clean off your stamp, Bev. And I'm going to clean off the other one while I'm thinking of it. And when you store these, do not store them one on top of the other in their little, when they're like this, you want to pull them out to store them so you don't break them. Okay. So when I was putting these together, I didn't like how plain that was. So now we're going to go to, well, we're going to follow my little rule. Can I glue these down? If I'm copying this card, can I glue these down right now? The answer is no, because we have these cute little crumb cake grids that come in the dies, Share a Milkshake dies. Here it is here. So we need to cut those out, and we need to stamp and cut out the float and the cherries. So let's do that now. I'm going to put this aside in the card so I don't lose it. Close up my stamp pad, because guaranteed you will get your fingers, or worse yet, the card in there. So now I need my crumb cake. See, this is where my scraps come in. I need my cherry cobbler for the cherry, and lemon lime twist for the cherry as well, crumb cake, and white for stamping. Okay, so I'm going to take the cupcake, it could be used as a cupcake, the float, the ice cream, ink that up, and stamp. And I used the wrong color. I do not want it that deep. So we're going to do that again. Where is my bubble gum? There it is. That's why I used the wrong color, because it was underneath the stamp set and I didn't see it. Okay, so bubble bath. If I call this bubble gum one more time, I'm going to smack my hand. I'm going to have to call Stampin'. Hey, Rosemary, I'm going to have to call Stampin' Up and say, can you change the name for me, because I keep saying it wrong? They're going to say, no. Oh my goodness. All right. So there's that. And I'm going to cut this one off so I can hopefully get them all on my machine at once. So let's see. Will it fit this way? Nope. It's that way and that way. Okay, we'll see. All right, let me grab my machine and bring it up here so you can see. Okay, the cherry. We need a cherry is red. Yes, it is. And I want to, oops, sorry, I don't need to do that. I just banged the camera. Sorry about that if you went crazy for a minute. So let's get those two on there. But you only see one cherry on the card, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to use two cherries, one red and one green. I already have the green one cut out. So here's the red one. Here's the green that I used, but here is the green one cut out already. Okay. And then here's the little grid. You'll need your, take your pick tool to get all these little guys out, because I want to use it twice. So there's one. Get most of these out so it will cut well the second time. Sometimes if you don't clean them, they won't cut as well because they have paper in them already. Okay, let's see if I can, I don't think I can fit this on here, but let's see. Maybe, maybe. Maybe, maybe. Yep. There we go, good. I just love this little, I guess it's I know there's a wafer cone die, but I don't know what this is called exactly. But I love the detail it gives and the dimension it gives on your cards. I use it more than just on this, with this set, because I like the 3D that it helps with. So what Florence said as soon as she saw this card, 3D, and that's one of the reasons. Okay, so there's that one. And then I need to cut out the ice cream, the float. And one of my favorite things about this, let me turn it this way so I can see better. And my favorite things about this is, see this little part right here? That creates a slit. I love the slit because I like my cherry to be in the ice cream. I don't like it to be on the ice cream. I like it to be in the ice cream. So that little slit, when I first got these dies, thrilled me. Everybody probably remembers, if you were watching me back then, how thrilled I was with that little slit. And there's some stamps that have little eyes. That could be a frown, and maybe somebody's sick, and you can make a little frown there and say, get better soon, or you're sad that they're sick. So many things you could do. The spoon fits in there, the straw fits in there. It's so, so cute. Okay, I think I have all my pieces. So let's move that out of the way. Clean up my space. I don't know about you, but a messy space makes my head spin. Okay, I'm going to take my two cherries, and I'm going to take the red one, and I'm going to cut off the stem, and then I'm going to take my Tombow, and I'm just going to spread a little bit there, and put the red on top, and then I will have my green stem. Come here. Perfect. Okay. So now I have my green stem. which I like. I don't like a full red cherry. I just want a green stem. But that's just another step that you can choose or choose not to do. Wink Estella is super, super cute on this card. That lined up better. And so I'll just do that right now for some shimmer and shine. Okay, so let's get these little guys out. Hey, Lori. Okay, and let's go back to these pieces here. So I know that I want this like this, and this like this, but I have to make sure that it's not going to go off the card. See there? That would have been off the card a little bit. So let's remove this milkshake, and then we're going to put down some glue here and here. Make sure I'm still in camera. That's another way too. You can just color the stems. Yep, you can. And then I'm just going to place this down, making sure it's staying on the card, and this one as well. Okay, now there's nothing else underneath there that I have to worry about. So now I can put glue on this piece. And set it down. Okay, now I'm going to take dimensionals. I'm going to flip this. I'm going to put this cherry in first, and here's why. The dimensionals will hold the cherry into the slot. So cute. So darn cute. And then I'm going to put a dimensional there and one on top of the back end of the cherry, and then one here so it's nice and solid and even. Pull off the protective paper of the dimensionals and set that right on the milkshake. This is super cute, but I wasn't satisfied, of course. So who has ever had a bow on their milkshake? I haven't, but I'm going to have one now because this ribbon, here is the code, it's new, you can't get it yet, is just too cute, and I couldn't pass up having a little snippet of this ribbon on this card. See right there? And it kind of just fit right there in the groove. So I'm going to make a bow. And I'm going to add it to this card and jump right out of reality because I don't think I've ever had a bow on a real milkshake before. Okay. So I'm going to come over to my mini glue dots. You all know that I use 2. They're little but mighty. And I want this ribbon to stay on well, so I choose to use 2. And there we go. Just adorable. Now these little guys, these are on sale. They're called Effervescent Elements. They're in the current catalog. I think they're 30% off. And what I do for these is I take my glue, let's get our silicone mat, and get our glue started. We want it to flow out, but not real. You know, we want to be light with it. Just get these little dots and cover the little dots that are on the image already, as many as you'd like. I thought it added so much to the card myself, but you have to let it set up. You do. You have to let it. If you don't let it set up, the little elements could roll around on you and cause you some frustration, and we don't want that. So let's let this set up while we make the belly band. The belly band is 1 1/4 by 11. And this one is embossed with the polka dot embossing folder that comes from the basic folders. They're an online exclusive, and this is their number. You can get them now. Oh yes, you do need to case this. So here is the folder. And I'm going to bring my emboss back right over here. And we're going to emboss this for you. I know you know how to emboss. The reason I want to show you is because it's such a long piece. I have been asked in the past, how did you emboss all of that? So this is a 3D folder, and it takes platform 1 and platform 4. This is platform 4. Okay, so all I do is I put the cardstock into the folder all the way. It's all the way at the top, all the way to the bottom, and run it through. Remember, the folded part of the folder has to go in first or last. You never want it to go in sideways. You can crack your fold if you run it in sideways. So we're going to run it through once. Then we're going to come back. We're going to remove it and simply turn it over and line it up the best you can. Just like that. And put it through again. See, this time the fold is going in last, and that's fine. First, go in first or go in last. Oops, sorry. Okay, so let's take this piece out, put my folder away and my boss away. And now we have our belly band with just a little tiny seam right there in the middle. Okay, so we can take our card, fold this down. I like to put the closure in the front of my card where these two meet, because I like to have a solid piece on the back. You can do it this way, and you'll have them meeting in the back, and you'll see that seam. The reason you won't see the seam in the front is because our focal point's going to cover that. So whatever you want to do. I like to line up my card on a line of my grid paper. And then I like to fold over, not real tight, because it does need to slip on and off of the card, right? So I give it a little bit of room there to do that. Okay, now we're going to put our finger here, and remember my rule. Do not go past, well, let me do that again because I have to take the lid off. Do not go past your finger so you don't get glue too far over. Okay, and then we're just going to hold this down for a minute until it dries. Okay. Now the little dots of glue are set up pretty good. So let me show you how to not be frustrated. There's two sizes of these elements. There's these little ones, and then there's the bigger ones. You want to dump some into your lid. Take your pick tool and look for the little ones. And then press your tool into a little one. And because you let it, the glue is, if it's set up, it should grab. and not roll anywhere. Let me fix the putty there. Let me grab another one. There's a little one right there. And I'm going to set it down. See how it grabbed it? I promise you that if you do not let this set up, they will not grab like that, and you'll be chasing these little guys around. You also are keeping them contained in the lid, and you won't be frustrated. Look how simple that is. If you do not let this set up, it will not be this simple. Okay, what do you think? Aren't those elements darling? You could also use sequins. Okay, so then you just have to pour these back in your jar. They're going to last you forever and a day. There's a ton. I forget how many they say are in here, but there's a ton. And we're going to go back to our card. Look at that. Look at that. So stinking cute. Okay. The other day I used these Glossy Dots Assortments. They look good on this card too. So let's just put a larger one. I can get it off. There we go. Here. And then a small one. And then a medium-sized one maybe. And 2 small ones. Remember the odd number. So I don't want to use 4. If I'm using 4, I got to use 5. Okay. And I like opening up my embellishments from the side so I can just slip them in and out and not worry about the sticky back here and fussing with them. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take my card, see where I want to place it, and I know to only put glue in this area to hold down my focal point. She wasn't hard, was she? Just a lot of pieces. There is a lot of pieces. Now this is with the Share a Milkshake bundle. But like I said, you could use any stamp set for your focal point, any one whatsoever. And then depending on the stamp set you use, maybe it comes with DSP, you can pick your colors from there. You can pick your folders that you want. Anytime I think a card is cute, I land up using the polka dot folder for it. And then this is going to slide on and off your card. You have this cute little band on the side and then the inside of your card like this. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now I promised that I had another card made with the daisy set here. Same type of card, but I'm always, always, always teaching each of you to go outside the box a little bit. Now, this is portrait style. What happens if we go horizontal? Why not try it, right? What happens if we use different colors and other stamp sets? Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Here's that darling set. Cheerful Daisies. Wild Wheat is the color, and Wild Wheat is like a gold yellow. And this is Pretty Peacock Green. I've shown you how to color your leaves with masking on my other videos, 2 back. These are the same elements I just showed you. Look how versatile they are. These are the same ones. I use the same folders, the basic folders. However, I use the floral design on the belly band. See there? This card is very, very elegant. This card I did not emboss the layer piece, but I wanted you to know that you can. You don't have to just have plain cardstock. Then you open it up. Oops, daisy, so sorry. If you made a mistake on something, you can send a card. And then the same exact way I made this one, you can make this one, but I went horizontal. On Tuesday, I will continue on. I'm not going to give away what I'm going to do, but I hope you come back Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, and we will continue on with the milkshake stamp set, maybe, or the daisy set, maybe. We'll see. But Monday I will come back on, hi Julia, and let you know who won this card. I just want to make sure that everybody has enough time to have their comments in, because I did say before Sunday. All right. Thank you, YouTube people. I'm totally in awe of all you showing up and all the comments. The comments were so touching. I really, really appreciate you all. Thank you, my Facebook followers. We will see you on Tuesday. Are there any questions before I go? All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for the hearts. Bye-bye.